Speaking of cocksuckers, let's talk about Mersh. Oh, good old Mersh. For some reason, there's like a weird thing with certain people that just, they seethe uncontrollably. And one of them is Mersh. And every once in a while, he'll just get like a hair up his ass and just go into a tirade. Apparently, after the whole Gamergate thing, I sat down with George Soros and Bill Gates, Anthony Fauci, and the others, and we came up with that whole COVID thing for shits and giggles. And Mersh is never going to forgive me for that. But this might be some of the edgiest shit I've ever heard him say. So I have to play it.
I'd sacrifice 1,000 Metokurs to go back to pre-COVID. I would throw Metokur into a goddamn volcano screaming to go back to pre-COVID. Think I give a fuck about your immunocompromised ass? Die already. Fucking stomp on our Constitution, kick the fucking every support beam and whatever fucking thing we had left holding up this country on you.
Why won't you die, Medicare?
Way out, just die, you fucking, literally. And then everybody goes, oh, no, Jim's a little mess. He's a boomer on paper and in his attitude. He's a literal fucking boomer.
I don't know if anybody's ever listened to Revenge of the Sith, or Sis, and his hot political takes, but it's pretty ironic to be called a boomer by Mersh. But it gets so good. He gets so edgy with it. It's fucking, it's almost art.
He boomered all of you, and you still buy his hats like fucking Marx.
Speaking of hats, remember, that's MetokurMyShopify.com. Great, amazing deals on hats. Get put on a list there, kiddo.
That was the funniest. Bro, you could have even, trolled me better if you just worded that better. But the fact that you actually did the, are you mad Jim didn't acknowledge you? I have been half of Jim's fucking brain since he's come back to streaming. I dominate his fucking cancer-riddled brain. Doddering old fuck. I hope I'm the last thing he thinks about on his fucking deathbed.
So edgy. It's like a fucking 13-year-old boy. It's like the essence of edge. It's Cold Steel the Hedgehog, refined down to the most immutable. I can't even put it into words. It's just fucking perfection.
I hope his cynicism won't allow him to just drift off as the morphine hits him and let his last thoughts be of his best moments with Jade.
He really wants to be, that speech that Rorschach gives in The Watchmen, where he's up on a rooftop and he's like, and all you scum in the gutter. That speech? I'm not a comic book dude, so I'm not going to be able to quote this verbatim to you, but that's what this is. That's his attempt at it. He's trying to Rorschach this, and the music, it's just everything, it's so fucking perfect.
I want him to hold on to that cynicism. I want him to hold on to that anger. And I want to be the last fucking thing he thinks about, so his last moments on this planet are fucking ruined, if he is really sick, for everything he did to spread the COVID shit. Burn in hell. How about that?
Now I'm going to take a super serious drag off my cigarette. Ooh. I want the last thought on your mind, Medicare, is going to be me dragging this cigarette. Deep, deep sucking.
Fucking didn't acknowledge me. Talked about my dick for 5.5 hours. I'd
That's the capstone. I know. That's a minute and 40-second buildup, okay, of his Rorschach impersonation. And then you get to the very end, and we find out it's not COVID. He's not upset about COVID. He's not upset about COVID. Here's what he's upset about.
Dick for 5.5 hours.
He talked about my dick for 5.5 hours. This man has been talking about my cock on the internet, and I want him to fucking die in the fires of hell. He's been talking about my cock. You might be wondering, what the fuck is he even talking about? He's talking about the porcelain documentary, which, by the way, he said will only get 20,000 views, now combined up to 400,000. More specifically, he's talking about the interview I did with Porcelain, 5.5 hours, where I was introduced to all the goofy shit this guy does. Now, we didn't talk about his cock for 5.5 hours. We gave it about as much attention as it has inches in length. So about a minute or two, we talked about it. but that was over a year ago, and he still remembers it. It's really funny to listen to somebody talk about seething in anger and ass mad when they give a Rorschach speech and cap it off saying that this dude talked about my dick years ago on the internet. That's what he's mad about. We're talking about Mr. Liquidity here. I got 20,000. This is Porcelain, by the way. He's ready to come after him. I'm liquid for no less than 20K right now. Sue me. Let's go. Pull all your info into the court system. 20K liquidity Mersh. Which is weird, right? Because if you're a dude with all that money, why are you running GoFundMes for cats? Like, I'm trying to put myself in the mind of a guy that's got a very small cock like Mersh, who sees on the internet just anger. The corporeal form of anger, because some dude talked about his tiny little cock, and he's out there running around stealing cats from people. Like, this is his life. He gets angry on the internet at a dude that's dying, and then he steals cats from people and asks for money for doing it. It's pretty brazen. I mean, I've heard of hustle and grift before, but I've never heard of a dude that steals fucking neighborhood cats and then tries to get people to pay him for it. There's probably like, can you imagine all the crying little kids in this neighborhood as he corrals up their fucking animals and then GoFundMe raises for them? I don't know what he does with them afterwards. What he needs how much is this amount? $700 was originally like $1,500, but he's liquid for 20K. He's liquid for 20K, folks. This is Mr. Rich over here, Richie Rich. But see, this is what's funny to me. So, he gets very angry. Wants his last, his Rorschach thing. Very upset about the penis thing. And then I swear to God, it's like divine comedy. It's like the hand of God reached down from the heavens above and just thought it would be funny to do this. So there's Mersh talking about wishing me death and how I choke on it and the morphine doesn't help and I'm going to suffer. And then a day or two later, what happens? He has a horse seizure.
Andy DeSepra says he did it. It fucking work. All right, he needs to be. That was fucked up.
Was that a little fucked up? I think you just made horse noises, my dude. What the fuck was that? Like, bro, I got cancer and I've had multiple heart attacks, and I've never sounded like a horse once. There's never been one occasion where the cardiologist or the oncologist walked up to me and said, "Hey, Jim, why are you sounding like a horse?" What the fuck was that? What was that? Are you speaking in tongues? Did the Holy Spirit enter you? Was your wrath so remarkable that you're speaking like the Babylonians? Let me see if I could. Let's replay that. Let's replay that. We're gonna replay that. We're gonna look for the exact moment the horse seizure kicks in.
Andy DeSepra says
Oh, it's coming. His body's about to fail him.
He did it. It fucking work. All right, he needs to be.
Here he comes. That's the moment right there. Lights out. Glass Joe here has been knocked out by a vape pen. That's why he never went into boxing. No wonder he avoided that fight with Baked Alaska. Apparently inhaling is enough to drop his ass in round one. It's either a horse or a Native American. Like, he's trying to do like an Indian impression, a very racist one, by the way. Is that a horse noise or a rain dance? Is he praying for rain? Does his crops need water? And down he goes. And down he goes. Our little horse, our stallion. Oh, he's never going to win that derby. Now, if you look very closely, you can see his googly eyes. I swear to God. I swear to you. You can see his googly eyes behind his glasses have gone Mr. Potato Head. And they are going in directions and bugging out in an amount that shouldn't even be humanly possible. But this is a look of pure terror. He has lost complete control of his body. His Native American rain dance has failed. The horse noises have escaped him. He's possessed by something. And he is he's terrified. Where am I? What's going on?
That was fucked up.
Oh, that is funny as shit. So there you are. You're Mersh. Oh, good old fuck up Mersh. Lovably fuckable Mersh. And you do a tirade about some dude on the internet who talked about your dick 2 years ago, wishing him death and suffering. And then a day later, you're having horse seizures live on the air. I don't know. I'd call that karmic. I call that, it's a little bit karmic, wouldn't you? Chad, am I wrong on this? Did he go Rama Rama? Was that what happened here? Oh, it's a possibility. Maybe he went Rama Rama on us. I don't know. God damn. That's, you know what? I'm not even going to say that's related to me. I'm going to say that's like Gaia. That's Mother Earth punishing him for stealing her children. He's stolen so many cats, the spirit of nature itself reached up and made him make animal noises. And it's going to keep happening, Mersh. It's not going to stop. Every animal you steal, you're going to have more and more horse seizures. Next thing you know, Royce is going to be feeding you carrots. They're going to put a saddle on your fat ass back and ride you around the property. You're not going to know what's going on because your brain's going to be destroyed by the horse seizures. Stop stealing cats. You're making children cry. Oh, just like you're going to be crying. Let's be honest. Royce is a big guy, Mersh. Like, if he gets on your back, if he saddles up, shit's going to get broken. And you don't want that. You already got brain damage from horse seizures. Oh, I hope he does more. Like, I hope he has more, like, of these villain speeches. We've got Rorschach. Maybe he can do a little bit like a Joker or something. Cobra Commander. Some Destro. I don't know. Fucking Megatron. Just pick something, man. And do it, because I'm curious what's going to happen to you like 2 days later. So we got Rorschach turns into horse seizure. What does Megatron make you bark like a dog? You're going to start making parrot noises? If you act like Starscream? Like, where's this going? This is interesting to me. You've got my attention. For the first time in your shitty internet career of boring streams, you've done something entertaining. Mark that on a calendar. Call it a holiday. Celebrate it.